Going on, guys? Welcome back to Easy Clashing with Jody and Mears and whoever else from LOB who wants to post on here to create easier warring and easier clashing for LOB fan club members. So this is the war that put us to level 14. Our last level 13 war that we had, we got a record high XP 265. Congratulations, guys. Cool deal. This is the result of what happened in that war that put us over the top. It was a close war. It had me sweating bullets at the end, biting my nails. I was staying up late. All that stuff that wars are made out of. We would have beat on a tie, actually, but we ended up getting one more star than them too, so we had them in percentage and we had them in stars, which is great. Thank you, RT, for giving us that last star on their number 12 base. They did really good. They had like 10 to 15 Town Hall 11s all the way down the map. You can't see them anymore because they're all destroyed, but they had a bunch of engineered Town Hall 11s that all had maxed Valkyrie, chicks with leather groin cloths, whatever you want to call them. They were able to do a lot of damage with those. I am really surprised that they 3-starred Mr. Hanky Spank with those Valkyrie, but they did, and they did it pretty dang impressively. I actually want to take a look at that attack that was done on Hank's base. Sorry if you are embarrassed by this, Hank, but the guy really had you, man. He did a really good job. He cleared out these side bases or these side units, making a nice funnel inside. He blew open one wall. He drew out the clan castle troops, poisoned them, laid a couple of Valkyrie to make an even bigger funnel into the middle there. I would have probably put an archer on these camps, but the Valkyrie still went in. They still dove. Sometimes a jump isn't worth it. Just put a rage there where the jump would be, and the Valkyrie with the swing to defeat. Sorry, I'm going to pause it here a sec. So what he did was he dropped a rage spell right here, and the Valkyrie, being they were in there, they were swinging at that unit, and level 5 Valkyrie just bust open these walls when they're swinging at units. So sometimes a jump spell is worthless at the beginning part. If you make a big enough funnel, if you clear out those side units, they're going to die whether there's a jump spell there or not. So you might as well delete the jump spell, take a rage instead, and then that rage will give them more power and then just give them a real explosive hit right inside their base there. So you see how fast they cleared out that middle, and there's no bombs in there. It looks like a lot of bombs in these little side compartments. I really like this base. It defends really well a lot of the time, but this guy used the right attack. And I'm going to go back to the start of this after this attack is done, and you can just take a screenshot of this guy's combo, because if you are planning a war attack on a maxed base that does not have Inferno towers, this is the combo that you should be using to do that. Because I'll keep playing it here now. ×1. So he sends his golem in. The golem did their jobs really well. If you can get those golem into the center, the wizard tower is shooting at the golem, so it's not even touching these hogs. These hogs hardly even use this heal spell because the archer tower here is shooting at that golem. This cannon's shooting at the golem. This Expo is shooting at the golem. This archer queen's shooting at the golem. The only time the heal spell is actually used is at that bomb right there, or could be used, and he doesn't even use it at that bomb right there. So he kind of didn't even place the heal spells right, and he still was able to 3-star Hanky Spank without a problem. It was a little bit down to the wire. He used basically all the time. This wizard coming around the outside really gave him the 3-star. And I did not think that they were going to get 3 stars on Hank's base because they tried like 3 or 4 times and they weren't able to get it. And I was starting to think they wouldn't get it, but they ended up getting it, and that made me really nervous because they were really blowing through the bases. So fast forward to the end here. They clean up nicely. Oh, go get that last unit. That was another poor decision by him to not put an archer out there on that to start the game. So 14 Valkyrie, 2 Golem, 12 Wizards. That seems excessive. I try not to go with that many Wizards, but it worked out for him because they cleared around the outside fast enough, making a nice enough funnel. And they did it fast enough so that the Golem didn't die either. So those Golem got into the middle, provided a shield for long enough. Sometimes if you don't go with enough Wizards, then the Golem die too fast. Those Golem wouldn't have made it to the center. So there's a lot of things that play into it. But watch that attack a few times, memorize it. Like I say, take a screenshot of this troop combo, and next time you are thinking about trying to 3-star a max like Town Hall 9, or like Hank is a Town Hall 9 that has Town Hall 9 weapons, but some of them are upgraded to level 10, or Town Hall 10. Actually, he has basically all of his Town Hall 10 weapons, and he's upgrading some of them to Town Hall 11, I think. Anyways, he's super strong, but without Infernos. Bottom line. Next time you're thinking about 3-starring a base like Hank's, take combo, because it is super effective. He had his max hogs in the Clan War Castle, plus a couple more. I watch this attack a lot, just because it's good to know stuff like this. And a lot of our players have those maxed Valkyrie too. So you guys should be memorizing that attack and kind of trying to mimic that or imitate that in some of the attacks you do. Next thing I want to point out is the 3-star on Blue Eagle. Sorry that I'm playing all their attacks. I'm not more proud of what they did than what we did, but we know what we can do. We know what we're used to. We know what we're capable of. We have a certain way of doing things, and it's good to learn new ways of doing things like they did. Shoot. Sped it up instead of pause it. All right, so on this attack, this guy's got level 4 miners. And I know a lot of you were like, jaws dropped to the ground when they started dropping these miners on our bases, and just they, in like 2 hours time, all of a sudden they 3-starred like 10 of our top bases. They reached our number 3 base, and it was a little bit scary because they were doing it so quick and with so much ease. So the maxed miners, let me explain to you kind of what went on. Some of you went on, but so Town Hall 11 came out, and I think at the same time they came out with miners. Miners were super strong when they first came out, and Supercell nerfed them not too long after that. And what that means, what nerf means, is basically they realize that a troop is too powerful, and they say, okay, well, we need to take it down a level because it's too dominant. And it was like, people, I think, gemmed their miners max right away, and I was getting 3-starred all the time in like Masters League, and it was ridiculous. And then I was like, okay, well, I've got to get max miners too. So I did, or I started to. I ended up only getting to level 2 before they nerfed them, and since then, I have not been 3-starred by a max miner attack, even when max miners are mixed with max heroes. So the nerf worked. They don't use them anymore. This guy must have gemmed his to max or somehow farmed them to max really quickly. And now I would still say they're probably his best troop. They're probably better than Valkyrie, but they are a regular elixir troop. And if you're going to spend regular elixir on a troop, right now you're going to want to spend it on balloons because balloons are the most effective regular elixir troop. So you can watch this attack, and another thing that I want to point out, sorry I keep on pressing speed up instead of pause, is after a while they, I think probably the third attack or fourth attack on Blue Eagle's base, and you want to realize that they draw out the clan castle troops in certain places, so they realize where to draw out the clan castle troops or where is easiest. And they, on a previous attack, they realized that there was double bombs right next to this archer tower right here. So in drawing out the clan castle troops, they were trying to set off this double bomb too. So when you have double bombs, try and put them inside further so that they can't set them off in clan castle troops. This is still a really good base. Maybe find a different place for those double bombs. I don't know. It's sometimes not worth even making the change, but it is something to observe anyways when you're playing against a good clan, that they can kind of kill two birds with one stone when they set off two giant bombs and draw out the clan castle troops at the same time. I just realized that I've been talking a lot, so I'll just let you guys chill and watch this a little bit while I explain some of the stuff. So, this guy drops a bunch of miners in, and since he was able to take out this big bomb right there, it made it a little bit easier for him. But like I say, even though this attack looks super dominant, don't upgrade your miners just because of this. Because I have level 2 miners, and I know level 4 miners are a lot stronger, but like I say, I haven't been 3-starred by them since the nerf. So you're going to hit a wall with max miners once you start reaching anything with Infernos, but max balloons, you can still 3-star Inferno bases with max balloons. So don't spend your regular elixir on miners, spend it on max balloons. So look at all these giant bombs that Blue Eagle has, and he'll have one more when he gets to Town Hall 11, which will help defend against a max miner attack. And those bombs really light up those max miners. So that's that attack. Pretty interesting stuff. Next thing I want to look at is, again, there. You got to learn from the wars, man. This one was nice because we learned a lot of stuff and we won it. Normally, we learn a lot of stuff in the wars we lose, and we end up bummed because of it. RT ended up 3-starring this number 12 base at the very end, but it lasted a long time, and this base actually defended really well against max dragon attacks. That's right, level 6 dragon attacks, and it has, how many expos does it have? Let me think. 0. That's crazy that these Town Hall 9 air defenses can defend, and Town Hall 9 archer towers can defend against max dragons. Now, granted, he does have all of his archer towers, but super crazy that it can do that. So just keep in mind, expos are not going to are not the only way to defend against the base. If you make the right base, if you upgrade your troops right, I think I might end up upgrading Popeye like this with max wizard towers. Wizard towers are really high in weight, in war weight, but that's only on the initial purchase, I think. And then once you initially purchase them, you might as well get them up there because this guy is still number 12 on the map and he has max wizard tower. So I think I'm going to keep my cannons low like he has and max my wizard towers and get my air defense to level 7. It's a pretty smart way of upgrading. This guy was their leader too, and he also was the guy with the max miners. And another important note is that he had max miners, but he did not save his attacks to attack any of our bases with infernos. So that goes to show that max miners are not good against infernos, and their leader knows it. I think that's all for this segment, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I will post again when I accumulate enough interesting stuff about some of the attacks that we have had in the past. All right, take it easy.